get. I'm going to create here web API. The URL is in .NetCore with database first approach. So let's start it. So let's suppose I have the database which is already exist and which have n number of table. So just create one database. Let's suppose I have database employee management. Create a table inside it, new table, and ID data type is integer, and make this ID as auto incremental. So for that, what I have to do, I have to set it each identity equals to true and make it auto increment. And now name, employee name should be worker, employee age is integer, and address should be worker, and name should not be null. Employee name must be there, otherwise there is no meaning of having employee. And save it as employee. So my database is ready. Let's refresh it. I have table, employee table is there. Now go to Visual Studio, create new project, select ASP.NET Core Web API, next DataBaseFirst API. Our database is already there, and click on next, and I am selecting here .NET Core 3.1. Authentication type is none, and just uncheck that configure for HTTPS and click on create. The default controller is there, just delete it. We don't require it because we need employee controller. Save it. Now the first step is install these packages. So I am just copying this package and go to tools, manage NuGet, and click on browse and search it. Click on search and select the project name, and then select 3.0.1, this one, and click on install. Accept it. Now select another one, search it, and now scroll to top, select it, and just select the version number 3.0.1. Install it and accept it. Once this package installed, then this button will be enabled. Now I could see in dependency section both the packages installed successfully. Just close it. To establish the connection with database, what I have to do, I have to execute this command. So the command is scaffold db context provider Microsoft Entity Framework core .SQL server. This package I already installed, and I have to mention the connection string name and followed by the database name, and then trusted connection equals to true, and where it will be created. The output directory name is model, and the context directory is DAL and followed by data annotation. Let me run this command. So to run this command, go to tools, NuGet package manager console, and So everything remains same here, data, but our database name is changed here. Instead of Artisan Tech, our database name is Employee Management. So I am copying this database name from here and pasting it here, Employee Management, and rest of the things remain same. Let's execute this command. So I could see here that DAL got created, Employee Management context, and model employee got created, and because this is the required field, so the data annotation got added here and this got created. And let's resolve this error first. Now this got resolved. Everything looks good. The next step is register this in startup class. So services dot add db context and register the db context. Add the reference. Now go to employee and add the controller, API controller and empty controller, and controller name is employee. Add it. Resolve it. Create a parameterized constructor, employee controller, which accept employee management context. This is done. Let's create a DTO. ID and name, and go to employee controller. Now let's create HTTP GET method with public async task action result and pass IEnumerable and collection of employee DTO. Employee DTO is nothing but a data transfer object. It's a GET employee. Add the reference for it. Basically, I have to return employee DTO. So for that, what I have to do, I have to convert employee to employee DTO. So let's add one private converter, so which will return employee DTO. So this is something you will pass employee here, so it will convert from employee to employee DTO. So I can copy this one and I can add here, and this will accept employee as input and return new employee DTO. That's it, and add the reference employees dot select. We can add with the help of lambda expression. I can pass employee DTO, just resolve it using system.linkyo and make it as static dot. Seems all good. Let's run Visual Studio. So firstly, let's change it. Go to Properties, Launcher, and here add the employee. Now all working fine. Let me add some record. I'll just add David, age 25, address Sydney. Search it. Now I'm getting the record. So all working fine. Let's access the same with Postman. Open Postman and new collection. Rename it Employee Management. And within that, folder controllers. I have controller name is employee. Add request, get, and the URL is this one. Rename it get. So I am able to get the record. It will return all the employees. If I want to return a single employee by the employee ID, so what will be the method? The method name will be this one. I'm just copying it from here, and this will be the method name. With the help of this one, by the ID itself, I am able to get the record. So employee to employee TTO, this one. And if I want to update any particular employee, so I can do this with the help of this HTTP put method. I'm getting some error here, so this one, let's correct it. And for if whether the employees exist or not, for that I can copy this one. So for that, employee DTO.id. Use name here. So I can do this from here. This is for update the existing employee. And if I want to create a new employee or delete the employee, so for that I can use this code snippet. Let's correct it. The attribute name is name instead of employee name. and employee to DTO instead of employee to employee DTO. So that's it, all looks good. Just go to Postman, add the request, and this is to get. This is to get all employee. Instead of get all record, get all employee. And this is to get single employee. Get employee by ID. Like first employee I want to get, then I can search it like this and get employee by ID. Let's see why this is not working. Okay, I have to rebuild the solution first. So I have to rebuild the solution first. Let's rebuild it. Go to Postman, get employee by ID, and the other request is HTTP post. And I can add body over here and just add JSON data. That's it, and let's send it. Invalid operation, unable to track instance of employee because it does not have primary key. Only entity types with primary key may not be tracked. Let's see why this is not working. Okay, employee DTO.id. Let's add ID as well. ID is 2. Send it. ID is 2 and name is Tim. Unable to track instance of type employee because it does not have a primary key. So actually I have created this table, but not add this as a primary key. So how I can make this as a primary key? Modify and set as primary key and save it. Let's retry again. I'm getting the same error again. So in order to resolve this, because I have created the primary key here, but I have not added here. So what I have to do, so go to definition and add key. Now go to employee context. Here I have mentioned there is no key, so instead of that I have to mention here has key. Let's run it. And send the data. Now it has been passed, so that's mean data saved successfully. Now I am able to save Tim. Get all record, just check for get all record. So this is also working fine. And check for the individual record. So get by employee ID. Let's try it. So I am getting a single record. So this is also working fine. Let's check for put. So what I have to do, just put, and it will be same, URL will be same here. I'm putting same URL and making it put, and adding, passing the data which I want to update. So here I want to update the name of David to David from Sydney. So that's it. Just send the request and just check the name has been updated. So put is also working fine. I want to delete the Tim. So how I can delete it? Go to employee, add the request, delete, use the same URL, this one, and instead of get, just make it delete. And now you have to select the ID which you want to delete. So either 1 or 2. Now I am selecting Tim here. So for Tim the ID is 2. So just selecting 2 and send. As I click on send, let's go to get all employees. So now I am getting only one record. The same I can verify here. So all working fine. So that's all.